Welcome back to our garden. Today I'm showing you guys how to build a castle ruin raised plant bed that you can plant flowers in or whatever using reclaimed or recycled materials. So this used to be a curvy arch that our grapevine was growing on until, of course, it overpowered the arch and obviously the weather got to it as well. And then we have a bunch of bricks. And these bricks have been in our yard for probably over a decade, mostly just sitting under this peach tree. But the time has come for us to do a bit of renovation. We're gonna have a seating space here, and Mum decided, well, I thought it would be nice to have like a castle ruin wall somewhere, and Mum said, fantastic, can you make it into a raised planting bed? And I said yes, of course. I'm just quickly showing you guys the type of material that you can use. All right, any type of bricks that you have. Crimson, hello baby. Yes, oh, she's so cute. Crimson is obviously making sure that I have my gloves on, which I don't at the moment. We're also going to be using these. Now I have started to put the shape together. You do not need a rusty arch, okay? This is going to be covered and we will be very careful with it, obviously, and my gloves are right there. But at the moment, I'm kind of just finding the shape of the wall, and I'm slowly starting to build the wall, I guess. Obviously, I'm not a builder. I'm just passionate about being outside and helping Mom to turn this into an oasis. So any comments and suggestions are appreciated. But I'm not here giving anyone advice. I'm genuinely just showing you guys another episode in our garden. I'm stopping for today because I don't like to work until I have an injury. But before I finish, I'm just gonna fix this little part. I think we can actually see this brick going straight across. And with your castle wall, we're making up the rules as we go, I suppose. But I think taking a break and having it kind of just look at you whilst you walk past it might help you to see, for example, like, especially if you're not a builder like me, that, you know, those bricks at the end, that it just looks kind of dangerous. They're kind of two all the same size stacked on top of each other. So I might have to go in and change some stuff. But I mean, look, honestly, thus far, I think it's coming along just beautifully. Now imagine it completely filled up, imagine it having some, you know, things hanging over the top of it, and then of course you've got 2 years from now that it might still be standing and it will just look like a ruin. So as I'm looking at it, I'm seeing that this entire top layer can actually be taken off, because that is a lot of soil to fill up. And I think the natural line you can see being even cuts off there. So all of this is now just going to get removed and placed on that side. And then I believe we have pretty much all the bricks that I need. I have found this. This is a cake slicer. And I was gonna throw it out, and then Mom was like, no, you can use it for the garden. So I'm totally gonna use it for the garden. And now I'm gonna make some, I don't know, I'm going to kind of just like push sand in here, I guess, and just make sure that it's nice and, you know, nice and sturdy, nice and level. And I'm now gonna start putting some bricks in here. I kind of like that this has a different level, like just a different look to it, this one. And look at this, that looks so cool. So I was thinking I'm going to position this one like that. So let's see. I have now begun to construct that wall using the top layer here, and I've now used whatever kitchen tool this is that I no longer need. Yeah, and I'm just kind of clearing out some of this old cement. I'm clearing out this because it was making everything unstable, and I obviously need to, this is still quite like loose, so I think I'm gonna do some structural engineering to the wall and probably just dig the hole deeper and try to solidify the brick a little more. I have just found another tool. I kind of like, you know, bumped this brick in here, and then I slid this, you know, in front of it, and now I'm placing this brick on top, and I'm hoping that we're gonna get a much more, I'm just looking for everything to be gridlocked, like I'm looking for everything to be stable, and I think he's still a little bit unstable, right? It would appear that this video is more about tools. Everyday items in your house and in your garden that you can use to, I don't know, turn into things and help you to do those things. Anyway, now I think I'm going to have to dust some of these bricks because the sand on them is making it difficult for me to place them and have them be sturdy. So I'm dusting these bricks, would you believe it? All right, so now we have established that he needs to be put into place. So oh no. Okay, so he's now sturdy and dusted. I feel like these two tools make it really easy for everything to just kind of go into place. So it's much more sturdy now. Now that we kind of have this, you know, angle going, let's see if I can even out this angle. So you can probably tell that's a little bit too, you know, it needs to be a bit, something needs to happen there. I think I'm gonna choose another one of these and I'm gonna place them here. So we've dusted him. He's not too sandy now. So it is still just a little bit too high for that level. So I'm just gonna have to lower this brick a little bit more. This is turning out to have to be about maths. So that's fine. I was kind of thinking a castle ruin, no precision required. No, that's not how this works. It's literally building, so never mind. But I don't mind this. This is just another episode in our garden. Okay, now let's attempt me to use one hand. Oh my gosh, wow, heavy. Okay. Just get him in there, nice and sturdy. Don't know what this is meant to do actually, but whatever. Alright, yes. That is still not level. No. Let's have a look. Let's see. Now it's actually really not level on two ends. So it's coming along. I've actually removed that metal bit because it's not needed. I'm definitely gonna follow this line, I think. So this is the shape. I've actually been suffering at this for way too long now, but you can kind of see, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser standing in the bed. So it's kind of it has like this eye. It's like this big eye. cool. I had to bring it around because mom is having reticulation put in, and I think if they're going to run something, it might have to come at the back there. Also, it just makes sense to have a raised planting bed actually be closed. But this totally reminds me of those formal gardens where you have like the patterns of flowers to like spell out things. I can totally see us even one year maybe putting tulips in here. I would love that. Anyway, this is the update. I don't think you're gonna see me. I mean, I guess I can put it up just for a minute. I mean, there's just endless combinations that you can try with this stuff. All right, there we are. Wow. It sort of takes a minute for your brain, but you begin to understand just because you place a block somewhere the first time, it doesn't actually mean the block belongs there. I think it's probably around 1 o'clock right now. It feels like it. I have been at this for 4 hours. It's literally the shape of a teardrop, which I love. But I'm lightheaded now and I am more than ready to finish. I'm brushing up sand into the start of it for stability. I hope that on a micro level the sand will just kind of provide needed structure. Not structure, but like support, I mean. I mean, you can even make a castle ruin compost pit. I think that would be amazing. I'm not sure what you're going to be able to see from now on, but here we go. Oh, Marley, come look at all these ants. Ants? Look at all those ants. Can you see them?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
What happened if you stick your finger in there?
Sorry?
I wonder what would happen if you stick your finger in there.
Ew. I think you would get a lot of heat. I'm so sorry, but I'm actually going to have to demolish this.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Crazy.
I'm moving up the path for us so that we actually have an opportunity maybe to like stop off here and admire. I would love it if we could have like a little chair here in the sun. So this is currently what it's looking like. I have now gone ahead and started to actually fill the bed. And there is organic matter in there, there's sand in there, there's some organic compost, which is the dark brown stuff that you see. And I've also actually just quickly redone the path. Just because it's really difficult to walk on, you know? When it was like just a straight path, so it was kind of going into the tree. The tree's grown a bit. I've pruned the tree now. You know what? I kind of think I want to do some artwork on here. I might see if I can make that happen. There's all these dead leaves under the tree. They are last season's fig tree leaves, or fig leaves. I don't really want to rob the fig tree from his own leaves, but I think we can give just a little bit. And you know what? I'm no soil expert, but maybe the more diverse that I make the compost, the better it'll be. You know, think of it like your stomach. And then you just put in like a lot of, you know, fats, fibers, proteins, slow release carbs, good salts. I think this is going to be really beautiful. The soil in here is going to be very rich. Everything is going to get a wonderful water when it's done. I think it's important to water this as well. All right, I think that's good for now. I'm going to add in the soil on top. See? As it turns out, actually I put in really large bits of organic matter, and I'm not sure that Mum's gonna appreciate it, so I'm just gonna move some of it away. I mean, the weather is just fabulous today to be out in the garden. The planting bed has its first plant, a marigold. So yeah, this is the finished look. Obviously this is very easy to take down, but for now I think it serves a purpose.